Hi, this is another creation video of how I do my old school graphics. This one is my entry for the Deadline 24 demo party in Berlin. As usual, I start with some rough sketches on paper, very analog. I have a bunch of them and I combine them digitally into a composition. Set the blend mode to darken or multiply to make them transparent and compose. Then scale down to the target resolution. I'm an old school Amiga guy, so that's 320 by 256. Tracing the sketch using a black outline. Well, that's cheating a bit of course, but yeah. I think it's important to directly work in the final resolution. It really gives you pixel level control and results in much sharper and more graphical images compared to working in high res and downscaling afterwards. Then on to the rough shading. I'm using a soft transparent brush for that. I map white to the left button and black to the right button, so I can form all kinds of grays using the same stroke. I just made the background blue to make things more clear. Then on to the details. I'm using a 1 pixel brush for that. For this image I like to keep things a bit rough. It doesn't have to be too smooth, so I don't have to lose myself too much in anti-aliasing or dithering. As you can see, I'm working in grayscale with a palette of 16 grays. That's mainly because it makes everything way easier. 16 tones of the same color, that fits nicely in my head and it still feels like pencil on paper, which is the medium I'm most used to. But stay tuned for the end part of this video, where I'll show you how I go from grayscale to color. For now it's gray, to keep my own sanity during the drawing process. This is quite a tedious phase, but I like it when you slowly start to see the image break through the haze. Mind you, I'm not a natural draftsman. Some people can capture the essence of an image with a few strokes, but I can't do that. My tactic is to just keep banging things until it looks about right. I guess that's also the reason I tend to lose myself in details and curly-whirly things, because adding more and more stuff usually also hides the fact that the base image isn't quite that strong. Okay, this is coming along nicely. I have an obvious HR Giger vibe going on. Probably one of the most influential artists ever, at least to me. Everything is a remix, right? Because before Giger there was Alfred Cuban, and so on and so on. This was in fact one of the most challenging parts of the image. I kept it for last because I was not quite sure what to put here, but organic structures always work. Okay, this is our final grayscale image. Let's add some color. The target color count for Amiga OCS is 32, and we have 16 currently. We start with just shifting our grays to a yellowish brown. We still have 16 colors. Then I duplicate a layer and shift the colors to bluish green. Give it some more saturation. I still have 16 colors, but in a different hue. Then the magic trick. I want to combine these two layers so I get 32 colors, but only apply the blue layer where I want. For this I apply a layer mask. You can define up to a pixel level what parts of the layer should be transparent and what not. Let's start with a fully transparent one. Now I don't want to blend colors, I just want to make them fully transparent or not. So let's make sure first we don't have any soft brushes or transparent settings active. Activate the mask. Then when I paint with the white on the mask, it becomes visible, and when I paint with black, it becomes transparent. I'm using a big white dot here. I want these tubes, are they tubes? Tentacle thingies, to be somewhat spotty. Nice. As you can see in the top left, the color count is now 30. It's not 32 because the full black and full white color is the same in any hue. Another great way is to use the spray tool. Then you can spray nice clouds of pixels to make the layer visible a bit. It's just like blending a layer, but then on a pixel level, not blending the colors. I also like the spray brush because it gives a nice grain to the image. If you're not happy with some of the blue patches, you can simply paint them over with black to make the underlying brown layer visible again. Nice! Let's see if we can squeeze in some more colors. We are at 30 now, but we can manually tune that down a bit. Using the palette editor, you can quickly see where each color is used and how much pixels are using it. By the way, I'm using dpaint.js, which is my own custom-made pixel editor. If you like, you can use it too, but as you notice, this dev version is a bit buggy because these darn palettes should auto-update now if you change the ordering of the colors. Anyway, stuff to fix for later. I'm hunting for colors that are close together and not much used, so I can combine them. Simply give one color the same value as the other and they will be merged, freeing up a color index slot. Okay, we're at 28 now, 4 colors left. That's not enough to include a full other color tint, but we can tune the base image down to 4 colors and use that. Adding another layer of red and dashing in some spots. There! I'll probably do some more rounds of pixel hunting later, but for now, done! Thanks for watching, see you later!